Donuts. Find them on Winfield Dunn Parkway in Sevierville and on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge. Pick up a couple after the game or get one beforehand next week. I promise they will make your night anytime. Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. Find them at a location in Sevierville. Get your car cleaned there anytime you need a fresh-looking ride as you head to the game on a Friday night. Sevier County Electric System, the power behind tonight's game and the power behind everything we do at your high school sports. Want to thank them for all of their hard work. Buddy's Barbecue on the Parkway in Sevierville. Call 865-428-5001. And hey, be sure to visit them on Tuesdays as well. They've got a great $6.99 special that you don't want to miss. The Ale Wine Pottery Channel, find them, or the Ale Wine Pottery Barn, excuse me, find them on channel 196. Locate them also on Glades Road in Gatlinburg and Wares Valley Road in Sevierville. And as always, Riverstone Resort and Spa. If you need a little relaxation, then head to the finest resort in the Smokies. I promise you will not find a better one. And Blades Salon in Pigeon Forge on Sandpike Boulevard. I promise you will not find a better spot to get a haircut.
It's pretty exciting to be here, but you know, Morristown East needs to get on the right track tonight. They're 0-2 right now, coming off some losses to West High School and a big loss to Halls last week. This will be a big win for them to come against Dobyns Bennett and the Indians and get a big win to get their season back on the right track.
Yep, and Dobyns Bennett, of course, coming in with a 2-0 record after having defeated Tennessee High and Volunteer to start this season in the 4th year under Joey Christian, and then Morristown East in their 3rd year under Caleb Slover after he came over from Cocke County. Chris, I know you've had several conversations with Coach Slover, and then of course Dobyns Bennett coming in with a little bit of a 2-quarterback situation. They've got one that is more of the passer in Jake Carson, one that they look to grasp this offense, but then they've also got another one in Noah, or excuse me, they've got another one in Noah that is going to be a fantastic addition for the Indians. But Chris, what can you tell us about Morristown East tonight? Obviously, they're coming in with a relatively inexperienced quarterback in Eli Seals.
Yeah, so the biggest thing tonight is, you know, Coach Slover really preaches consistency and making sure he's sound on offense. They do have one of the best receivers in the East Tennessee, and Micah Simpson. Big commit there. He's a wide receiver #1 in his senior season. I know he doesn't want to start the season 0-2. I look tonight for the offense to really throw the ball around, look downfield. A lot of slants, a lot of deep balls, but they also run the ball really well. I know Coach Slover will make sure that's really imperative, but the defense has to play better tonight. They have to really limit the penalties. That's been one of the biggest things in games 1 and game 2 is the penalties that really held them back, especially week 1 against Morristown West. So put the clean up that tonight and hopefully get on the right start for Morristown East.
Morristown East having lost that first game of the season in the city championship to West, and then as mentioned losing to Knox Halls last week. But going into Micah Simpson a little bit, I talked to Joey Christian earlier this week about what he brings to the table in this Dobyns Bennett team, and he told me that they have got several guys that have inexperience on this team, that they lost 19 seniors last year. They bring back 3, and they have them playing at different spots than what they started at in the first part of this season. So quite a bit of inexperience for Dobyns Bennett. Obviously a higher classification, so we will see how Morristown East handles that. But Christian also told me that they don't have any Micah Simpsons.
That's true.
And so they've got to try to shut down #1 from play #1. And so what is the biggest key for Dobyns Bennett coming into this to try to shut down Simpson, who's committed to UT Martin right now?
Well, I mean, Micah Simpson is #1, but he's only one player. But he is a special one, and I know if they get him the ball, get his hands on the ball, that he'll make sure that he does what he needs to do with it. But as far as Dobyns Bennett goes, I think on offense, they're going to sling the ball around, like you said before. Those 2 quarterbacks are going to lead the offense, but on defense, they just got to play sound football. They know where the ball's going. It's going to be going to #1, and they just got to be paying attention, because if not, Micah Simpson will make them pay.
And as mentioned, Dobyns Bennett coming in with a 2-quarterback situation, trying to find a little bit of separation right now between those guys. Joey Christian told me that, you know, that they've seen sparks from each of them, but that they're still looking for some separation in that competition. And so tonight could be a big test for that. So coming in, Dobyns Bennett also, they're going to feature a stable of 4 running backs. And so for Morristown East, when you feature that much of a variety of guys, what's your biggest key to being able to handle that different type of diversity, I guess, from the running back spot?
Well, I mean, you just got to be careful when you're on defense and not get too one-sided. So if you're going to pack the box, make sure you watch on the outside. Obviously, if you're going to watch on the outside, watch the box. But I really think Morristown East needs to stop the run and then obviously be very focused on the pass, especially when they switch quarterbacks. That could happen really quickly without even noticing it, so that can be good. But, you know, I just got to mention one more thing, Jake, not to get off topic. Man, it feels good to be back here in Morristown again. I feel, you know, when you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into a place, when you come home, it just feels like home. I'm so happy to be here, and I appreciate you guys being here with your high school sports. I hope you guys enjoy this week's game of your high school sports, Morristown East versus Dobyns Bennett. It's going to be an awesome, awesome night.
So, Chris, going into a little bit more of that, you know, I know you mentioned that you didn't want to get too off topic, but you mentioned earlier how you were running a few miles back here and remembered kind of the heyday of you getting in some exercise back here and just you know, trying to get right for your soccer seasons and basketball seasons here. But
sure.
You know, when you look out here and think about all the changes that have taken place since you were here, A, I'm sorry if it makes you feel old.
Yeah,
and
definitely does.
B, what is the impact on you just looking around and seeing kind of how so many things are different, but at the same time, it's all about coming together in the name of high school football.
Yeah, I mean, the traditions are still here, Jake. I watch people tailgate from the parking lot going in, the people parking in the grass out here. You know, growing in this hometown, you know, it's just really cool to come to your Friday night football game and pull up with your truck or your vehicle that you drive and have a good time out here. But also, like you said too, look about here at the track and remember all the times where I was back here working hard. But at the same time, all these guys that can play here and play sports all use that track, and everything sometimes that you put out away from the field. Tonight is the night to get to show everything that you've done. Tonight's the night where everything that you put into the game really goes into effect. I mean, I just really appreciated that, and when I was here and really working hard, it was so special to be on game night. So I just can't wait to be here tonight and watch this and just think back some of those memories, but also, you know, it's such a great future here, and it's so awesome to see the new school and all the things they've added to it and extra stadiums and the bleachers. Just what a spectacular event, and obviously the turf been here a little bit, but the Jumbotron, it's a pretty special place, and it's definitely special to me. So.
Yeah, and you know, going off that, you talked about kind of the finite mentality that comes with high school football, and you know, that's one thing that we really pride ourselves on here at Your High School Sports, is trying to make each and every one of those weeks special, you know, because you're only guaranteed 10 every season.
Yeah.
And so going off that, especially after last year, and especially with what we dealt with last season and not having a guarantee of games every season, and even this season so far, you know, there have been several games canceled across the state and across the country so far. So that's even more imperative for athletes that are taking the field tonight here at Morristown and then across the state and across the country to take advantage of those nights that you get, because you never know when they're going to end, especially with what we're in right now.
Oh yeah, and the way it feels here tonight with the temperature being here and you know, no rain in the forecast. It's a beautiful night, as you can see from the screenshots you're probably seeing on the screen right now. It's going to be a great atmosphere, some great high school football, and they should take a big you know, deep breath and be happy to be here, because there's a lot of things in the world now that could not have us here, so we're really excited to be here. I know it's kids ready to play, so we're excited to call the game.
Yep, and that is a great stopping point. We will be back after this on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week, Week 3, between Morristown East and Dobyns Bennett.
Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
Tune in to the Alewife Pottery Channel 196. Watch local craftsmen and learn of the rich Smoky Mountain heritage and history. Meet Robert Alewife and his family as they take you on their journey of their successful pottery business in the Gatlinburg's arts and crafts community. Established by Robert Alewife more than 30 years ago, this business has grown up with the Alewife family. Alewife Pottery is renowned nationwide, not only for their stunning handmade ceramics, but also their friendly, fun-loving family atmosphere. Tune to Channel 196, the Alewife Pottery Channel, and enjoy these great stories.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Back to Bert Toney Stadium here in Morristown, Tennessee. Jake Nichols and Chris Blevins on the call with you tonight for the Your High School Sports Game of the Week, the third one of the 2021 season between Morristown East and Dobyns Bennett High School. Firstly, I would like to issue a personal apology to Noah Blankenship and his family, the quarterback, of course, for the Dobyns Bennett Indians, who will be taking several snaps tonight after coming in from Abingdon, Virginia to start this season. Joey Christian told us how well he has fit into this system and how well he has fit into that culture up there with the tribe, and how well they try to bring new guys into that system, and how he really has something going with that. But also, aside from Noah Blankenship, you have also got to look for several other guys for the Dobyns Bennett Indians. Namely, they run a 4-2-5 spread on defense. They have a spread offense that Christian compared to that of Urban Meyer, and you're going to look for a lot of confidence from their quarterbacks as well, as mentioned, trying to create that separation. So at the moment, we're going to take a moment for them to present the colors here at Morristown, and we will be right back with you as we take a break for the national anthem.
All outages, even after major storms.
Who were killed in Afghanistan on August 26th. At the center of the field are 11 male and 2 female JROTC cadets. These cadets represent those heroes.
Great reminder. Welcome back. A great conjunction there here at Morristown East. And Chris, before we get rolling tonight for what should be a fantastic game, you talked earlier about just the finality of high school football and how we cherish that each and every week. But even more important than that, the way they honored the 13 soldiers that were lost recently in Afghanistan. Obviously a very heavy reminder to us tonight as we get to do something that is created for us in those opportunities by the way that we're served by our military.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great honor with them. They had the 13 ROTC members out there representing those, the 2 females, along with the 9 males that were lost in Afghanistan. So a great tribute to that, but also a great job with the national anthem, and just a beautiful scene here tonight as we're here at Morristown East at Boat Tourney Stadium in beautiful Morristown, Tennessee. And I just can't be happy to be here. So I hope you enjoy tonight's high school sports game. We're going to have a great broadcast tonight, watch a lot of great high school football. It should be really nice. I would be so excited if I came out and saw this weather and the way it feels out here and how it's going to be tonight. As players, that makes you amped up to go out here and have a great show and having a good showing and really show out.
I was going to say, on that note, it almost makes you a little nostalgic thinking about it that we're sitting up here in the box and have microphones on instead of being able to put on pads and helmets for this one, right?
Oh man, exciting out here, and well, we're excited to be here too. Makes me feel good too. So yeah, I can't wait for tonight, and it's just going to be a great game. Let's just see if Morristown needs to get back on track, or if Dobyns Bennett's going to keep on trucking away, keep on being consistent. We're going to see what happens here in just a few minutes.
Yep, as mentioned, the Hurricanes coming in at 0-2 on the year in the 3rd year of Caleb Slover, and then Dobyns Bennett coming in at 2-0 in the 4th season under Joey Christian. And Christian told me, as mentioned, Dobyns Bennett lost 19 starters after last season. They have those 3 seniors that they've spread out across the field that are playing in different spots tonight than where they started earlier this season. But Christian told me that even though DB is coming in at 2-0, that looks can be deceiving. That Dobyns Bennett is coming in not nearly as good as Christian wants them to be right now. A lot of improvement left to be made. And like I mentioned before, a lot of separation still needed in that quarterback competition between Jake Carson and Noah Blankenship.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we see that tonight, and we will see if we can get the tribe rolling early, or if the Hurricanes will put a stop to it. We'll be back with the game of the week, a little more pregame after this on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week in Week 3 from Morristown.
Express Shine Car Wash. You don't want to drive around in a
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Let's go. Let's go.
And we welcome you back to Burke-Toney Stadium, home of the Morristown East Hurricanes. You can hear the thunder crackling behind us and the sounds of a storm rolling in. Chris, I think I know what time it is.
Oh, it's definitely hurricane time, baby. And it's so cool how they do this. They've been doing this for years too, but they've gotten a lot better. So what a cool time here. 5 minutes, 34 seconds here before kickoff. So really down on the field there. This is something also special traditions. They do it at a lot of schools, but at Morristown East, they really take pride. Cheerleaders will get the big banner going. They all do it every week for something different, usually for a certain player, for a certain thing, or a certain time of the year, certain time of the week. So it's really exciting to see the field and get ready for the game.
Yeah, and I think that's one other thing I noticed too is that, you know, we talked about in the pregame how this field is shared by Morristown East and West, but it's really interesting to me how you see that home field advantage created each and every week, no matter who's playing at home.
Yeah, well, you said some bad words there, Morristown West, but I'm just kidding. But Morristown West and Morristown East are two great programs, and it is really cool that we share a stadium. You know, both the schools and both the people, all the community comes together, really takes care of this place. That's what makes it so special too. But if you look around here too, we were just at Alcoa last week, and we don't have a light show here, but this is pretty sweet.
It is, it is. We'll try to bring the camera around and focus it as the Hurricanes line up close to the 10-yard line. Quite the entrance here at Morristown East as Caleb Slover gets set to lead his team in week 3 against one of the premier teams out of Class 6A in Dobyns Bennett. The question now, will Eli Seals, in just his 3rd game as the starter, be able to lead these Hurricanes in an upset over Dobyns Bennett that comes in at 2-0? Thunderstruck from AC/DC, but it's a hurricane warning here in Morristown. Here comes Morristown East in all black with gorgeous orange accents as the Canes get set to take on Dobyns Bennett. And speaking of which, the Indians set to take the field out of that away locker room dressed in those white jerseys with, I believe, gray pants and maroon helmets. The Tribe looking to stake their claim here at Burke-Toney Stadium. It's a beautiful night for football in East Tennessee. And as mentioned, Jake Nichols and Chris Blevins, very glad to be with you for week 3 of the Your High School Sports Game of the Week in 2021.
Well, last week, Jake, we saw an onside kick. If you remember that at Alcoa to start this game off. I don't know if we'll see an onside kick tonight, but we're definitely going to see some great football tonight, and I'm excited to see what's going to come out of this opening start of this game. Will Morristown East come out with some fire, or will Dobyns Bennett be consistent? We'll see what happens here going forward, but I think Coach Slover and his team's got them ready tonight.
Should be a very interesting matchup as we get rolling, and as mentioned, Joey Christian told us that 2-0 record for Dobyns Bennett can be deceiving. So will Morristown East be able to overlook an undefeated Dobyns Bennett team and pull out the upset tonight in week 3? And it looks like we will see Eli Seals first, trotting out for the Hurricanes as Morristown East will receive the football. Dobyns Bennett having deferred to the second half. And it is football time in Morristown, just a day after Josh Heupel's debut at Neyland Stadium. We've got a fantastic atmosphere here on a Friday night. And Chris, if you were Caleb Slover in that huddle right now, you're facing a 6A Dobyns Bennett team that, again, lost 19 seniors after last season. What do you tell your team going into this to try to take advantage of some of that DB inexperience and try to pull off the upset early and get things going?
I think you definitely stay within yourself, but I hope he's telling them to get fired up and make sure that on these first couple possessions here, they bring it. They make sure they understand what they're playing against tonight. They need to start fast. They need to start strong because Dobyns Bennett's going to do the same thing. So they need to make sure they do that tonight for sure.
Titan Thomas, a fitting name, set to kick it away, and here we go in Morristown.
Here's the first push, and here comes Micah Simpson on the first thing. You're going to see it right off the bat. Right off the bat.
Simpson bowling his way out past the 30-yard line, and letting him take the ball early, Chris, is maybe not the best strategy if you're Dobyns Bennett because they kicked it right to him. But here we go, the first possession of the night for the Hurricanes. And we will see how early they get it to number 1. Again, Simpson, the all-state selection that both Caleb Slover and Joey Simpson could not talk enough about.
Eli Seals here at quarterback can really throw the football, Jake, so be careful on maybe a play action here on the first play.
Gonna hand it off, and it will be up the middle for a short gain.
In the middle of the line, gain of 2 on the play, 2nd and 8 Hurricanes.
Credit a short gain there on first down. And it will be 2nd and 8 here for Morristown from the 32.
It's going to be a good night tonight, Jake. I mean, Micah Simpson committed to MTSU. He's out there on the outside out there with Eli Seals there at quarterback. They really like to run the I formation sometimes, but they also spread it out really quick.
Going to give it to Woodard again, and he is stopped quickly by a host of Indians. Dobyns Bennett with quite the size on their defensive side. And Morristown East making an early substitution as it looks like Micah Crawford will be heading in for the Mo East offense on 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and 3rd and 8's not where you want to start out, Jake, on your first possession here. So we know what's coming here. We know there's a pass here. So who do you think it's going to go to?
Seals going over
Micah.
the middle, no, right side, trying to get Micah Simpson.
First down.
And Simpson has it out close to the 50, and that's the first down of the night. Brought to you by Squisito 2 New York Pizza and Pasta. Be sure and give them a call for all your Italian food needs. They've got great selections for you. Ball out to the 47 as Simpson racks up the first down of the Hurricanes tonight. And Chris, you can see early how desperately they need to get the football to him because they were in a 3rd and long situation already, and he bailed them out. Now 1st and 10, and Seals gonna try through the air again. Intercepted, going the other way, and down to the 43-yard line. The pass picked off by Dobyns Bennett. Looks like there may have been a flag on the play, and it will be holding on Morristown East, so the ball will stay with the Indians. What an early mistake for Morristown East, giving the ball directly to Jake Carson in great field position for the Indians to start things off.
Yeah, I think it might be a penalty there. Let's see what happens. Holding against Morristown East, so it will be interception there. But I think that's what they need to do is come out and throw the football. Obviously, you can't throw it to the other team, but you can also see, too, when they do throw the football, where are they going? They're going to Micah Simpson. They got to make sure they're not just eyeing them down. But they can throw the football, which is kind of, you know, their bread and butter when they get going, but then you have interceptions like this and bad plays. This gives Dobyns Bennett a big upside here.
Carson, as mentioned, the starter here for DB, and he's going to go on the toss to the left side. Plenty of room out to the 40, 30, and all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
There is a marker on the play.
But an early flag maybe here on Dobyns Bennett to bring that one back.
That was number 27, Hunter Mitten there. He was pretty quick there, got a shoulder pass downhill, made a couple little moves, but he hit all the speed hit, but that's going to be coming back there on a hold on Dobyns Bennett.
So 2 back-to-back hold calls, the first on Morristown East that let the Indians keep the football, and now the Indians with one of their own to force them back after an early gain from Hunter Mitten. Brings up 1st and 20 from the Dobyns Bennett 46. And DB going with a wide range of tailbacks tonight. As mentioned, we might see 4 in the Indians rotation, but it'll be Jake Carson alone in the shotgun with motion coming from his right side. Mitten coming into the backfield. And over the middle, Carson got a man out to the 45 and working his way across the 40-yard line. And that is to Ben Phillips for an early gain for Dobyns Bennett, working their way right back into the field position that they just lost on that holding call.
Yeah, he's 225 pounds right there. He looks to it, especially with them pads on. He's hard a guy to take down with. He really backed up and threw that quick pass there. I think that's what's going to be really hard for Morristown East to stay on to, those quick passes, especially when they spread it out right here. They got nobody in the backfield. Then here comes Mitten.
2nd and 3. And up the middle again, Hunter Mitten with plenty of room plowing past the 20-yard line, and he is tugged down at the 19-yard line. Dobyns Bennett with quite a bit of early success through number 27.
Yeah, I mean, definitely Jake Carson's doing a good job. I mean, he's not throwing any bad passes, but he's also leading the offense. And Jake Carson's really tall, too. I've noticed that just bit out here. He looks taller than everybody else out there. He can definitely see over that line of scrimmage, but Mitten there is definitely doing a good job running the football, and I bet you they'll stick with that here as they get inside the red zone.
Carson listed at 6'6" on this Dobyns Bennett roster, and certainly with the ability to see everything he needs to. We'll see if they give it to Mitten again on 1st and 10 inside the 20, and he maybe gets 2.
Runs into a host of Hurricanes. Pushes forward.
It's one thing when you get down here in the red zone, Jake, when you run the football like that, either you can keep on running it, but you got to be careful though as they run these plays when that play action happens or they back up and they run that little side option or whatever it may be. But watch out for the quarterback draw here in a second, or the quarterback just kind of keeps that ball after all these runs here.
And you can't say enough early about the push that this Dobyns Bennett offensive line has gotten, just blowing the Hurricanes off the ball on this first real offensive drive. Carson again,
There it is.
going to go deep over the middle and just missed. Trying to hit number 2, Jonathan Gillespie, but it'll fall incomplete. He had him, but just a little overthrown and brings up 3rd and 8.
It's almost an interception, Jake, in the end zone there to pull the ball in, but it's going to be a big 3rd and 8 here for Morristown East. Either force a field goal here or, get 4th down here and get off the field. So let's see what happens here on this play. But the biggest thing so far is after the interception is how they're running the ball right now. They're really, like you said, getting that push on the ball. And if Morristown East doesn't get a hold on that could be a long night.
Again, 3rd and 8, this time coming with a loaded backfield. And it looks like they may try to give it to Ben Phillips. No, acting as the lead blocker, and Mitten plowing toward the 11-yard line. But trying to get that lead block from Ben Phillips. But a big stop there made for Morristown East. Brings up 4th and 4. And an early decision here for Joey Christian. Looks like they are set to kick.
Into the game to hold will be Carson to kick. Thomas.
Titan Thomas set to kick it. Looks like it'll be a 30-yarder.
Got a little sun in his eyes here too, Jake, so not as easy a kick as it looks.
And that sun, Chris, gave us perfect lighting earlier during pregame, but it's got to be a little tougher now on the junior from Dobyns Bennett. 7:24 left in the first quarter, and
Have some
DB
clock issues here, Jake.
struggling to put some points on the board. Trying to get the clock issues worked out. And here we go. Thomas set from 30 yards out. And it's up and good. So with 7:13 left to play in the first quarter, Dobyns Bennett takes a 3-0 lead off a kick from Titan Thomas. And credit the Morristown East defense for holding the Indians there early, because Dobyns Bennett had quite a head of steam on that running game at first glance.
Yeah, I think getting only 3 points out of that interception is a big win for Morristown East. Maybe they learned something on that first drive. They do have some options out there, and quarterback Sales for Morristown East got to take his time, not let down his receivers, get some good sharp passes in there. I think Morristown East maybe have something against it, but not turn the ball over. But a big stop there for the Canes defense.
Certainly got to create some confidence for the Hurricanes. And Chris, I know I mentioned it earlier, but I am a uniform junkie, and you cannot say enough about the colors that these guys are wearing. Morristown decked out in the all black with those orange numerals, the matte black helmet, which is just fantastic, and then that orange with the sunlight reflecting off of it. There might not be a better uniform that I have seen this year in East Tennessee, but Dobyns Bennett certainly comes close. As mentioned, those maroon pants, the white jerseys, and some incredible silver numerals, and the maroon helmets with the tomahawk on the side. Thomas set to boot it away. Goes a little shorter this time, but Micah Simpson takes it inside his own 10. Simpson with a block and ducks out close to the 20-yard line. And that's where Eli Seals will start things out.
Jake, I know you didn't just say that about the uniform scouts down here, because they are nice.
They are.
You're not just saying that for me, but they do really good.
I'm not. I'm genuinely, Chris, I was going to say, as mentioned, I'm a uniform junkie, and I like that. You cannot get better than matte black helmets with that little bit of orange and the light reflecting off of it.
Well, I got to be honest, we didn't have those when I was here.
I was going to say,
I wish we did.
They seem a little newer, Chris, but 1st and 10 set up from the 18 here for Eli Seals, and he's going to hand off quickly and stuffed by Jonathan Gillespie. Excuse me, that's Levi Evans on the stop for Dobyns Bennett, and Evans there quickly to plug the gap for just a 2-yard gain.
As we open it up here, Jake, I think they got to go back to the air here a little bit and get out here to Micah Simpson here on the outside here to Seals' right. They got a lot of one-on-one here. They're probably going to play it. They're running the ball.
Nope, up the middle again, and again, not much success for Morristown East.
Woodard, once again.
Noah Woodard on the carry again, and Chris, I think that you may have been onto something there. If you could give any advice to Caleb Slover, it seemed like even though you had that pick, you've got to trust your quarterback and give him some room to throw, because your biggest bet for success here is getting it to number 1 on the perimeter.
Yeah, and the only problem is with 3rd and 6, Jake, is guess what you know is coming. So here, we'll see what happens here on 3rd and 6. We don't throw a pick again.
Gonna give it to Simpson and hits him in the knees, brings up 4th down. Seals threw it a little bit early that time, just before Simpson came out of his break, and it'll bring up 4th and 6 for the Hurricanes with 6:02 left in the first quarter.
Interesting fact here, Jake. Micah Simpson might be their number 1 receiver, but guess what he also does for the Canes?
What's that?
He's also their punter.
I did hear about that, yes. So Simpson set to kick it away, and we will see who is back to receive for the Indians. Looks like Hunter Minton, I believe, is one of the Indians back to receive, and instead they will down it. The kick going out of bounds brings up 1st down for Dobyns Bennett. So a little bit of an early struggle for Simpson, the commit to UT Martin, as he shanks one out of bounds and weren't quite able to get the ball to him as much as maybe he would have liked on those first couple of possessions.
Yeah, thank you, Jake, for correcting me on that. He is a commit to UT Martin. I misspoke earlier, MTSU, but that's going to be a big deal. And Micah's done a great job. He's also an excellent basketball player. So getting to basketball season 2, Micah's also an excellent basketball player. But he also can run and jump and kick it. That's why he does all these things for this team. But let's see what happens here on this next possession here for the Canes defense.
Jake Carson set up with number 10, Ishawn Graves in the backfield, and Graves going to take it around the right end and lowering his shoulder close to the 35-yard line. We mentioned that stable of running backs that Dobyns Bennett would go with, and you already see it. They're switching them out on every possession so far. Hunter Minton got the first carries of the night, and now it is number 10, Graves, who is a senior for Dobyns Bennett, set to get the rock on this next possession. 2nd and 3 after a 7-yard gain from Graves. And they'll give it to him again. Graves bulldozing into the teeth of that Morristown defense, and he moves past the 15-yard line for a 1st down. Brought to you by Claybo's Express Shine, or excuse me, brought to you by Squisito 2 New York Pizza and Pasta. Dobyns Bennett now working its way inside the red zone and threatening quickly after some great field position to start off on this possession.
Now they're going to have to pinch down here a little, Jake, and make sure they get rid of that run and force them to pass it here.
Give it to Phillips around the right end, and Phillips stopped quickly. Credit Morristown East's linebacking core for snuffing that one out before it could get anywhere.
Yeah, that was a very good job of Morristown East, but they're getting back in the red zone here, so looking to hold them to a field goal or get off the field. They're going to have to really slow down that run. Dobyns Bennett's doing a good job of keeping them off balance here a little bit and threatening that pass, but he's got to be careful again when they pull that ball back out of there after handing it off so many times and then picking it up and throwing it down the field. So look for Jake here to kind of be looking for that, and I'm sure they've got him a little head nod there when he wants to pull that ball back.
4:35 and time ticking in the first quarter. Dobyns Bennett with a 3-0 lead, and it'll be Graves again around the left end and nothing going.
Graves again.
Big 3rd down coming here for the Canes, Jake. 4:10 to go in the first quarter here. Morristown East is trailing 3-0 to Dobyns Bennett. Dobyns Bennett is threatening here in the red zone. Morristown East, big 3rd down here, Jake.
The Hurricanes coming out in a 4-man front. Trying to get something of an atmosphere here in Morristown with AC/DC on 3rd and 9. Lining up in the pistol this time. Carson gonna throw. Over the middle, has a man.
Got him.
Almost to the 1st down marker. He got Ben Phillips out in the flat, but a good job by Morristown East to stuff it quickly. Brings up 4th and 4.
They're debating on going for it here, Jake. Looks like they are going to try to go for it, or they're going to try to get him off sides here a little bit.
4th down and short. The Indians leading by 3, and Joey Christian might be gambling early.
Watch the offsides here. There's the timeout.
And not going to get the Hurricanes to jump. And Dobyns Bennett forced to call the timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back. You're on your high school sports game of the week, 3-0 so far in favor of Dobyns Bennett.
Look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Welcome back to Bert Toney Stadium, home of the Morristown East Hurricanes, and if you're speaking technically, Morristown West as well, although that is a little bit taboo tonight if you've been watching with us. Jake Nichols and Chris Blevins here with you for the Your High School Sports Game of the Week. Dobyns Bennett with a 3-0 lead early at Morristown East, and Joey Christian set to gamble on 4th and 4. His quarterback, Jake Carson, 6'6", lined up in the shotgun trying to adjust the formation, and he will hand off up the middle. It's Ishawn Graves blasting ahead. No one gonna stop him. Touchdown, Dobyns Bennett.
Touchdown, Dobyns Bennett.
Too easy, Jake, there. Morristown East just opened it up right there, and Mitten there just, man, he really doesn't go down. He about went down twice there, then give it a big stiff arm as he gets to the end zone there. What a great call by Dobyns Bennett there. Put up after the field goal here, possibly 10-0 here with 2 minutes left here in the first quarter against Morristown East.
A monster run there from Ishawn Graves, and it will be an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Indians to force them back on this PAT. But the running game from Dobyns Bennett, Chris, is no joke.
No joke. He's got great speed, great downhill running. And, you know, we watched a running back last week from Gatlinburg Pittman run. Kind of reminds me a little bit of that, but he's got a long way to go to meet up there with the Gatlinburg Pittman running back we lost last week.
Pardon me, the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff as the kick from Titan Thomas is good. Your score, Dobyns Bennett 10, Morristown East 0 with 2:47 left to play in the first quarter. And a statement from the Indians early on, keeping the football on the ground, forcing Morristown East to try to stop it, and so far, the Hurricanes can't.
No, they definitely haven't done a really good job of slowing them down there, especially that 4th and 4. That'd been a great time to get off the field. Instead, they gave up a big touchdown right there. But on offense here, they're still in the game here. They still have opportunity. I think they just need to relax a little bit, go to their ground game a little bit, but open it up on 2nd down there. Give some passes, get outside in the field, get to open space, get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And if they can do that here, I think that'd be a big win for Morristown East. But not getting down 3 scores in the first quarter is not what you want to do. So let's see what happens here on offense as Morristown East takes the field again.
And so far, that means getting it to Micah Simpson. But you can also look to guys like Austin Ledford, Caleb Slover told us that he would be a playmaker for them. And then Noah Woodard, we've seen him flash already. And obviously Eli Seals at quarterback for the Hurricanes. Together they'll try to put something to face this Dobyns Bennett defense, which has been about as good as the Indians offense so far. The interception, on Morristown East's first possession. And now obviously trying to remedy that with 2:47 left in the first quarter.
Now, Jake, on this kickoff here, Dobyns Bennett had a personal foul there at the end of that play on that touchdown, pushed him back. Let's see if they get it to Micah Simpson here on a short field here, see if he can do something with it.
Simpson inside his own 20 and not going anywhere. Snuffed down close to the 28-yard line. Great coverage there by Dobyns Bennett's kickoff team, not letting number 1 get out of their sights.
Yeah, and Micah's really got to step it up here, really open it up for his team, and he is the playmaker for him, but he can't do it all by himself. Let's see what happens here. Body language a little bit tells a lot too. I felt they look kind of sluggish. Then they get hyped up here a little bit and get some good things going here.
And Chris, as much as we may have talked about how cool those black uniforms look, you have to think, as hot as it is out here, Dobyns Bennett does have a little bit of an advantage with that, with those white jerseys as opposed to the all black for Morristown East. The Hurricanes starting out at 1st and 10. Seals going to throw and intercepted again. The second turnover of the night for Dobyns Bennett. Number 22, Hayden Scherer, the corner, with a diving grab. And just like that, the ball goes back to Jake Carson.
Yeah, Jake, I mean, that's just throwing the ball around the field, not looking where you're at, and just trying to throw it up for grabs. There wasn't anybody in the area there, unfortunately. So I don't know if he's just a little bit nervous out there, because he definitely can throw the football well. But that's not how we're going to be successful here tonight if you're a Hurricane fan.
1st and 10 set up for Carson again from the 43-yard line, and I really don't think they've had to start a possession in their own territory so far tonight. As they line up with a different tailback again, it's Hunter Minton back in for the Tribe. Carson going deep down the left side. It's Noah Blankenship in at quarterback now. And they get it down the sideline to number 21. That is Fulton on the reception.
And you talk about Noah Blankenship there, Jake. He also is left-handed there, which also switches it up there. We talked about this in the pregame, how they kind of slide him in there, even kind of interrupted you there a little bit. But they slide that new quarterback in and see what happens. This is what can you really get off track and really kind of get downhill quick. So let's see what happens here. We got the new quarterback in the game.
Blankenship, as mentioned, having come in from, now it's Carson back in for Dobyns Bennett.
Oh, that's still Blankenship.
Carson Blankenship going to throw down the sideline. Ben Phillips twisted out of bounds at the 6-yard line. And some early success for Dobyns Bennett through the air as well. And Chris, you can see the way that they're taking advantage of that running attack, the way that they've been able to establish it, now being able to get out in the flat a little bit and take advantage of Morristown East playing more in the box.
Yep, that's very true. Now it's number 16, Jake Carson, comes back into the game. Kind of open the field up a little bit. Now they're changing it up again, like you said, that kind of like that dual threat at quarterback there and switching in and out. Now we're going back to Jake here, which is probably going to mean a strong running game here for Milton.
Carson lining up in the eye, and they'll hand off up the middle, and Hunter Minton not getting much on 1st and goal. An excellent stand there for Morristown East on defense. And now you've got to get 2 more of them.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a big stop here, Jake, here in the red zone again on the 6-yard line. If they can hold them to a field goal here, that'd also be a win here as we got under a minute here in the first quarter.
Time ticking toward the end of the first 12 minutes of action. Dobyns Bennett already at a 10-0 lead with Jake Carson back in at quarterback. They use Noah Blankenship to move down the field a little bit. And now they will give it off the left side and shove down immediately. Nothing going there for Hunter Minton on second down. A great tackle by Jacob Young in open space.
Yeah, that was a great tackle right there. That's how you get after the running back, get somebody down here. It's a big 3rd and 4th here, but you also know it's probably 4-down territory again as we kick down under 20 seconds here in the first quarter. Dobyns Bennett leading Morristown East 10-0 here.
Drake Carson coming out in the eye for another time in this possession. Inside the 10-second mark in the first quarter, will they be able to get it off? Yes. Carson rolling out right, throws, and easy pitch and catch to Ishawn Graves. Touchdown, Dobyns Bennett. Excuse me, that's Levi Evans on the reception. But just like that, the Indians go up 17-0 to mark the end of this first quarter, and a tough task so far for Morristown East.
Yeah, Jake, that's what we were talking about there a few minutes ago. Once they run, it makes that wide open play action so wide open. And if you're not ready for it, it just looks way too easy as he kicks the extra point through. So you're 17-0 here. Into the first quarter here, Morristown East just losing. I mean, they're losing on defense, they're losing on offense. They're going to have to really make sure they come together here, get some things going on offense, and put some pressure back on Dobyns Bennett here.
So with 4.2 seconds left in the first quarter, 17-0 in favor of Dobyns Bennett after an easy toss to Levi Evans for the Tribe's 3rd score of the night. They got that first touch. Excuse me, they got a field goal from Titan Thomas on that first possession, and then just after that came back with a touchdown run and then secured that 17-0 lead off the pass to Levi Evans. And it was Ishawn Graves that made it 10-0 with a rumbling run from inside the red zone.
Thomas in key formation back deep.
Thomas set to tee it up again here as the 6A Indians take on the 5A Hurricanes in Morristown, Tennessee. Kick is away. Simpson lets it roll into the end zone. That'll be the first touchback of the night for Dobyns Bennett. And Morristown East will take over at its own 20. So Caleb Slover maybe gonna have to try to adjust a little bit, but so far it has been all Dobyns Bennett. And Chris Thacker, the Indians offensive coordinator, has to be happy, although he is actually a Morristown East grad, just like you, Chris, so that has to be a little interesting, but certainly good watching his team put it on the Hurricanes so far as they stuff Morristown East to close the first quarter. Gonna take a quick break here on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week. 17-0 so far in favor of Dobyns Bennett.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
We welcome you back to Burt Toney Stadium to begin the second quarter. Your score 17-0 in favor of Dobyns Bennett. Eli Seals and Morristown East trying to make a comeback as they start things out from their own 20. Seals gonna throw to his right and has a completion, but it's stuffed quickly.
Yeah, you got to get some confidence, Jake. So maybe some little passes and little short things out there. Get some confidence before you start throwing it back down the middle of the field there. But at the same time, you're going to have to get outside and make some plays. You get the ball in the hands of your playmakers we've been talking about. And if Seals can do that, and Coach Slover can do that, that could be Morristown East. We have more success.
Third down and 7 with 11:25 and ticking left to go in the second. Seals trying to create some room and brought down for a sack. Dobyns Bennett in the backfield immediately, and credit Levi Evans for the stop.
Got some flags down here.
There is a marker on the board.
Got a hold on Morristown East there. Going to push it back some more there, Jake.
Holding against Morristown East. The penalty will be declined. It's 4th down. Michael Simpson back to complementary.
Simpson back to boot it away, and two members of the tribe set to receive with 11:08 and counting left in the second quarter. Dobyns Bennett already having mounted a 17-0 lead. Simpson just gets it off. And Dobyns Bennett muffs the punt, but they're able to fall on it at the 43. Hayden Russell on the recovery. And Chris, that was a dangerous situation there for the Indians.
Oh, it was very dangerous right there, but they were able to recover quick. But that would have been a big play for Morristown East. Really good punt there by Michael Simpson. They're really high. I think probably what, about a 30-yard punt there, but it was really high.
But even so, it gives this Dobyns Bennett offense plenty of room to start out once again. And it will be Jake Carson back in at quarterback. Muffs the snap, falls on it, and Dobyns Bennett will take a loss on first down as the snap went right through. Dobyns Bennett now set up with a 2nd and 28 after an 18-yard loss.
2nd and 28.
I think he just threw it over his head there, Jake, a little bit on that snap.
Carson set up with 2nd and long with Hunter Minton to his right. Trying to adjust the call. Has a 3-man rush over the middle and has a completion out close to the 50-yard line. And credit number 28, Shearer, on the reception.
Marker on the play, an eligible man downfield on Dobyns Bennett.
And right after that bad snap, DB takes another loss after having an ineligible receiver downfield. And so, Chris, even with a 17-0 lead, if you're Joey Christian, you can't be happy with some of these senseless mistakes that are going on in the second quarter.
Yeah, of course, but at the same time, Morristown East has to take advantage of it too. So, but on a 2nd and 33 here, that's going to be a pretty good play. But what kind of 2nd and 33 plays or 33-yard plays you got in your bag, Jake? What do you see here?
I think in this situation, you try to keep it conservative. 9:54 and counting left in the half. And they will. Minton up the middle with plenty of room, bowling over a defender out close to the 47-yard line. And excuse me, the Indians have switched running backs again. It is Andrew Myers now in the backfield for Dobyns Bennett. Third and 21. Third and 21 after a 12-yard gain for Myers. And now Jake Carson alone in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 his near side, 2 to the opposite. And if I had to guess, I'd say Carson's gonna throw. Over the middle, has a man complete, and even further down to the 20, inside the 10 and inside the 5-yard line. Dobyns Bennett with a huge completion for 43 yards, and the Indians are knocking on the door once again.
Too easy again, Jake, but also too, Jake did a great job of standing in the pocket, and he threw a dart on a rope right there. Then he did a good job of taking the ball and getting upfield, getting more yardage. So he got inside of 4 yards here, but just not a good job at Morristown East, letting too much of the field be wide open, especially on a play like that where you're playing deep anyway. So
1st and 4 for Dobyns Bennett, lining up in the I formation. They'll hand off up the middle, and too easy again. Touchdown, try. Andrew Myers on the carry again, and with 8:25 left to play in the second quarter, Dobyns Bennett handling this one in Morristown, 23-0. And we will see if Titan Thomas can make it 24-0. Kick is up, and no good. So the score will stay 23-0 in favor of Dobyns Bennett.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
A gorgeous scene for us here at Burt Toney Stadium. The Tribe rolling 23-0 so far, and Morristown East trying to stage a comeback. And it starts with number 1, Micah Simpson. He lets that one roll into the end zone, and it'll be the second touchback of the night that the Indians have gotten.
really close there. I thought the ball was going to roll at the 1 there, but it was really close.
First down and 10 from the 20. Eli Seals going to Simpson on his perimeter, and Simpson working his way out close to the 26. And if you're gonna get back in this thing, it starts with getting the football to that guy right there.
Yeah, they needed some big explosive plays, but at the same time, they need a good long drive here, Jake, to make sure they can do it. But Dobyns Bennett is doing such a good job about staying in front of everybody. If the ball gets caught, getting somebody to the ground. So, you got to have some explosive plays here and keep them off balance.
Second down and 5 in the second quarter, and they will hand off up the middle. And then a solid gain from Noah Woodard, slicing up the gut of that Dobyns Bennett defense.
Yeah, that's exactly what needs to happen right there, Jake. More plays like that will open up more plays for Micah Simpson, and big runs like that will also give more confidence to quarterback Seals to be able to throw that ball. Won't be so congested out there on the field.
First and 10 for Morristown East. That first down brought to you by Squisito 2. New York style pizza and pasta. And did want to mention as well, every touchdown that's been scored so far tonight brought to you by Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. Eli Seals over the middle, got a receiver, and down the sideline, Micah Simpson with a block, and all the way into Dobyns Bennett territory. Number 5, Trevor Malone on the reception, and all of a sudden, the Hurricanes have a little something cooking in that offense.
That's what I'm saying, Jake. They have all the tools to do it. They just got to calm down a little bit, get some things going, get back in this football game a little bit at a time. With big chunk plays like that, along with some consistent running, it really opens up the field for Morristown East.
Seals adjusting his call. Gonna give up the middle again, and Ledford has some room out past the 35-yard line. And we have seen a lot of things, Chris, this season, but I think one of the biggest is tough running from any of the guys that we have seen each week. You know, you go back to that Gatlinburg-Pittman game. You look at Jordan Davis from Alcoa. You look at Austin Ledford for Morristown East. And just the way that these guys have been able to run the ball, and Ethan Ledford, and then back to Dobyns Bennett as well with Hunter Minton and Ishawn Graves. And no matter who you give the ball to, it seems, throughout East Tennessee, they're going to put their head down and run somebody over.
Oh, for sure, Joe. We've seen some great running here. And you know, as number 23 comes in the game here for Morristown East, he's doing a great job, Mr. Ledford there. He's really putting some spark in him. He's running really hard right now.
2nd and 5. Seals going deep over the middle, wide open and incomplete. He had Trevor Malone on a seam, and that one could have been 6.
So close, Jake, there. And for you guys out there that don't know, Trevor Malone is also the highest touchdown catch for Morristown East. Holds the record now. He broke it this year, and he was wide open right there.
3rd down and 5 here for Morristown East.
Big 3rd and 5 here, Jake.
In the shotgun again for Eli Seals, going out to the perimeter. And who else? Simpson shoved down, and a hard hit from Levi Evans.
I think it's 4th down territory here, Jake. They gotta keep going here. I think they'll probably go for it here.
Evans absolutely drilled Braxton Galton on the reception. And it's 4th and 4 with 5:25 left in the half. Morristown East trailing by 23, and Chris, I think you're right. It is 4th down territory, and a tough spot to be in for the Hurricanes. Seals looking to throw. Has Simpson on the perimeter, across the 30, and Simpson down the sideline, ducks his way inside the 10, touchdown, Morristown East. Micah Simpson, 32 yards to the house.
Got a marker down here, Jake. We'll see what happens, but you can also see why Michael Simpson is so special. He tiptoed that sideline.
And it will be a holding call on the Hurricanes, that one going back. And Chris, the first spark of momentum that Morristown East had tonight. You had Trevor Malone on the seam, and then you had Micah Simpson down the sideline. Thought that was a sure touchdown, but instead it's coming back again. And you know, to keep driving like this, that also takes a fair amount of resolve to keep having these issues and to try to persevere and get something on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you know how you kind of saw Michael there, how special he was. I mean, that wasn't an easy play right there. So he pushed off there, beat one defender, and then he beat the whole team down the sideline, and then cut back and got in the end zone. Take that away from him, that's unfair, but let's see what they can do here.
1st and 10 from the 21, and they're going to give it to Ledford, who gets nothing on 1st down.
Eli Smith with first contact.
2nd and 7 for Morristown East. And again, a tough spot for the Hurricanes, but you cannot ask for more of a gorgeous one for a night of high school football. The sun setting behind that American flag at one corner of Burke-Toney Stadium, and the Hurricanes trying to claw their way back into this one. We'll take a break here on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week and bring you back to a picturesque scene after this as the Indians lead 23-0.
Look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Tune in to the Alewife Pottery Channel 196. Watch local craftsmen and learn of the rich Smoky Mountain heritage and history. Meet Robert Alewife and his family as they take you on their journey of their successful pottery business in the Gatlinburg's arts and crafts community. Established by Robert Alewife more than 30 years ago, this business has grown up with the Alewife family. Alewife Pottery is renowned nationwide, not only for their stunning handmade ceramics, but also their friendly, fun-loving family atmosphere. Tune to Channel 196, the Alewife Pottery Channel, and enjoy these great stories.
Clayball's Express Shine Car Wash. You don't want to drive around in a dirty, dirty car. You gotta get it washed, gotta get it washed. Wanna show the whole world how fine you are. Go on and get it washed, time to get it washed. Take your foot off the gas and enjoy the ride. See the soap suds fly in the colorful neon light. For a clean, clean, clean.
Welcome back to the Your High School Sports Game of the Week. Eli Seals going deep, and he had Simpson, but it's going to be another flag. Looks like that may have been a pass interference call, that one going Morristown East's way after maybe a little bit of a makeup call there after Caleb Slover was in the ear of those officials about that holding call on Micah Simpson's would-be touchdown. First and 10 at the 10 for Eli Seals. And they have found some success with Noah Ledford on the ground and then getting the football to Micah Simpson through the air. We'll see what they do here. Gonna go to Ledford, and he'll get maybe a couple as he is stopped by a host of Indians.
Forward for round one. Second and goal from the 9.
A beautiful night here at Burke-Toney Stadium, but not so on the scoreboard so far for the hometown Canes. 2nd and 8, trying to get on the board, and Eli Seals is rolling right over the middle and intercepted again. Dobyns Bennett with another turnover, this time out of the end zone, and trying to bring it out. But it will be Baker on the pick, and Dobyns Bennett taking away yet another opportunity there for the Hurricanes offense.
I think the penalty is probably after the interception there, Jay. But again, yeah, I mean, he did have somebody open there, but just couldn't get any of that accuracy and just kind of throwing it away there.
The officials meeting close to the goal line, trying to figure out what the call may be here. 3:31 left to play in the half. And it is all Dobyns Bennett so far, 23-0 in favor of the Tribe.
How many interceptions is that, Jake, tonight so far?
I believe that is 3 so far for DB, but it will be a block in the back on Dobyns Bennett.
After the interception, a block in the back on DB. Player was tackled in the end zone, so the ball would have come to the 20. With the penalty, it will move back 1st and 10 Tribe from the 10.
So finally, some explanation here. 1st and 10 for the Tribe from the 10-yard line, and 90 yards to go here for this Dobyns Bennett offense. Up the middle, and a short gain on 1st down.
Graves in the goal line, gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
And Joey Christian sticking with Jake Carson. And Chris, so far from the leadership that we have seen from Carson, we talked about in the pregame how Joey Christian mentioned he wanted to see a little bit of separation in that quarterback competition. I think we may have found it here in the 2nd quarter for Dobyns Bennett.
Oh yeah, I still think they got that diversity out there. They're doing a great job of mixing it up and even go back in. These guys look fluid and they run hard and they run deep. You know, Dobyns Bennett's kind of just having their way with the ball on offense against Morristown East defense, which makes it really hard when you're trying to get them off the field.
3rd and 5 for the Indians. 2:20 and time ticking left in the 2nd quarter. Remember, if you haven't so far tonight, tune in to YHSS The Zone, your high school sports The Zone on YouTube with Roddy for everything you need to know for game updates here in East Tennessee. As Carson goes left side and has a receiver shake and bake down the sideline and out close to the 32-yard line. There's a flag on the play.
Rogers flying in from Rogersville.
And you can hear the PA announcer here.
That's Mr. Randy Green on the PA there.
I was going to say that was fantastic. Markers flying in from Rogersville. I like that.
Penalty against Dobyns Bennett. Block in the back. Dobyns Bennett. It'll be 3rd and 5. Correction, 3. 3rd and 3.
Jake, looks like they're trying to just run the clock down here a little bit here. We have to go into halftime here, 1:40 to go. But 3rd and 3 here. Empty out the backfield again.
3rd and 3 for Jake Carson, throwing to his right side and has a receiver. Call it a completion out to number 15, Dakari Dixon.
Loaded down the stop. It'll be 1st and 10 Tribe.
That was another great throw by Jake there. He did a really good job of looking at the receiver there, getting a good, nice, crisp ball out to him, and the receiver did a good job of catching it and turning it upfield and getting a few extra yards for taking and sealing the ball down.
First and 10 from the 22. A minute left in the half, and Dobyns Bennett will slice ahead close to the 25-yard line.
Graves on the give, in the middle of the line, pushes forward. Timeout on the field. Called by Dobyns Bennett.
Timeout on the field. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to the Your High School Sports Game of the Week as Dobyns Bennett leads 23-0.
Coming out of the timeout, it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 25.
Second down and 7 for Jake Carson. His team up by 23 just before the half. Carson gonna air it out, going deep, and call it a completion close to the 50-yard line. Scherer on the reception, and Dobyns Bennett trying to maybe put this ball in the end zone one more time before they head in the locker room.
They're looking downfield, Jake, so 44 seconds. They got plenty of time where you can air it out like that.
.44 seconds left in the half. And Jake Carson with plenty of room at midfield and a wide range of receivers from which to choose here. Going deep again. Carson to his right side, got a man complete down inside the 25. Call it Hayden Russell on the reception. And Dobyns Bennett moving the football at will, trying to put 30 on the board before the half. Carson now will spike it, and with 33 seconds left, Joey Christian will take a moment to work on his offense as they maybe try to put a nail in the coffin here going into halftime.
Score Rangers Sullivan East 7, Rangers 6 in the first.
They're going to look deep here again, Jake. Motion across, keep everything out wide.
1st and 10 from the 23 with 33 seconds left in the half. Carson looking to throw again over the middle and incomplete. DB wanted a flag on the play and they got it. Might be a pass interference on Mo East.
A little bit of a late flag there, but I think he was kind of holding there. That back judge there threw it on the goal line there.
Skylar Hubbard, one of those Morristown East safeties, credited for the flag, and it's now 1st and 10 with 28 seconds left. And again, plenty of room for Jake Carson, the 6'6" quarterback for Dobyns Bennett. Carson rolling to his right, too easy, touchdown, try. 11 yards on the reception for Hayden Scherer. And Dobyns Bennett will head into the locker room with a 30-point lead if this kick is good.
There are markers all over the field. Personal foul. On Dobyns Bennett. Deflection for Morristown East.
like they're kicking off. Looks like they're kicking off.
After this was another penalty, Dobyns Bennett will kick.
Dobyns Bennett from the Morristown East 45, and a little surprised that that one is a touchback. 22 seconds left in the half. The Tribe rolling 30-0 so far here over the Hurricanes.
Greenville 7, Elizabethton 0. West Green 21, Claiborne 0. Hampton 14, Ingrid County, North Carolina 14. William Blunt, Jefferson County knotted at 14. Sullivan 7, Ranger 6, Westridge 14, Science Hill 14.
First down and 10 for Eli Seals, and he tries to get it to Micah Simpson on the perimeter. Simpson makes a man miss and pushes out past the 35-yard line. There's a flag on the play. Looks like a little chirping after the play between Simpson and Levi Evans for Dobyns Bennett.
On the stop, personal foul, Dobyns Bennett.
And Simpson gets the call.
I think it was a late hit there. Late hit on after the play there. He's kind of threw him out of bounds there at the end of the play.
After the penalty, it'll be Morristown East, first and 10. And the Dobyns Bennett 49.
15 seconds left in the half. Morristown East trying to put something on the board. Seals going to his right. And no gain as Skylar Hubbard is stuffed quickly. Thought I'd seen a flag there as well, but yep.
Second and 4.
Looks like it will bring up second and 4. And it'll be a timeout on the field for the Hurricanes. 8 seconds left in the half. And Chris, you're down by 30, but you want to try to generate some positivity. What's the plan here with this little time left?
Get it to Micah Simpson. That's the plan. But they also got to really make sure they're really in positive plays here. I mean, at least take a shot down the field here or something, you know. So maybe going to something positive. But you know, you can see Morristown East can move the football, but Dobyns Bennett is just doing such a good job at letting them, when they do catch the football or get in space, staying in front, get them on the ground, get them off the field, and it doesn't feel like they're getting anywhere. Or on the touchdown play, a bad penalty there, we could have 7 on the board.
Eight seconds left here in the half, and a 30-point lead for Dobyns Bennett after that connection to Hayden Scherer on that last touchdown. Eli Sills going to his right side and has a man down the sideline. Skylar Hubbard gets the first down, but 3 seconds left in the half. And you got to think about going deep to try to get something before the break. Looks like that is what Caleb Slover is doing, spreading his wide receivers out, and pay special attention to Micah Simpson, number 1, down here on the near side, close to the 30. And they are going to the left side, incomplete, as the ball bounces off the turf here at Burke-Toney Stadium. 1.3 seconds remaining, and time for one more shot at the end zone before the break.
Hopefully they can get it to the end zone here, I think. I mean, they got to throw it up and make sure something happens here. That was kind of a weak throw. I'm not sure if he just didn't see anybody open, kind of got it down the ground really quick. But that was kind of a weak throw, but I think it might have been on purpose.
That may have been tipped a little bit, but either way, it brings up 2nd and 10. Again, 1.3 seconds left. Watch number 1 close to the 30-yard line. Seals going left side, no surprise, and almost picked off. And that will be the half, trying to get it to Trevor Malone. your score 30-0 in favor of Dobyns Bennett. The Tribe rolling at Burt Toney Stadium. And we will be back with more after the break here on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week in Week 3 from Morristown East.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
Tune in to the Alewife Pottery Channel 196. Watch local craftsmen and learn of the rich Smoky Mountain heritage and history. Meet Robert Alewife and his family as they take you on their journey of their successful pottery business in the Gatlinburg's arts and crafts community. Established by Robert Alewife more than 30 years ago, this business has grown up with the Alewife family. Alewife Pottery is renowned nationwide, not only for their stunning handmade ceramics, but also their friendly, fun-loving family atmosphere. Tune to Channel 196, the Alewife Pottery Channel, and enjoy these great stories.
Yeah, I think so. They look the part right now. Obviously they'll have tougher tests later in the season.
Let's have another round of applause for the Morristown East Marching Hurricane Band.
Look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Claymores Express Shine Car Wash. You don't want to drive around in a dirty, dirty car. You gotta get it washed, gotta get it washed. Wanna show the whole world how fine you are. Go on and get it washed, time to get it washed. Take your foot off the gas and enjoy the ride. See the soap suds fly in the colorful neon light. For a clean, clean, clean like you've never ever seen. Claymores Express Shine Car Wash.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
Tune in to the Alewife Pottery Channel 196. Watch local craftsmen and learn of the rich Smoky Mountain heritage and history. Meet Robert Alewine and his family as they take you on their journey of their successful pottery business in the Gatlinburg's arts and crafts community. Established by Robert Alewine more than 30 years ago, this business has grown up with the Alewine family. Alewine Pottery is renowned nationwide, not only for their stunning handmade ceramics, but also their friendly, fun-loving family atmosphere. Tune to Channel 196, the Alewine Pottery Channel, and enjoy these great stories.
Let's go. Let's go.
We welcome you back to Burt Toney Stadium for the second half in week 3 for the Your High School Sports Game of the Week. And Dobyns Bennett starting things off with a bit of a screw-up as that kickoff was fumbled by number 7, Bryson Gilliam. But The Indians will retain possession, ball on their own 16-yard line to start out this second half. Jake Nichols and Chris Blevins with you for the Your High School Sports Game of the Week. And before we go any further, I want to make sure and give a big thanks, as always, to our production team, Chris Reddick, behind the camera and behind all the technology for us, and Nathan Miranda with us tonight here in Morristown. And as always, Roddy Woods and Victoria, the bosses that keep things in line for us here at Your High School Sports. And Dobyns Bennett slicing things up the middle on 1st and 10. The Indians leading by 30 points to start this second half. And it was Hunter Minton on the give. Brings up second down for the Tribe with 11:30 and time ticking left in this third quarter. And Chris, starting things off here from Morristown, you have got to try to generate some kind of positivity out of the locker room.
Yeah, well, they didn't come out till with 1 minute left until the end of halftime, so it must have been a pretty tough conversation back there. Let's see if they can get off the field here on this third possession.
There's a marker on the play.
Just thought they might have had a little false start there. Or Morristown
And
East.
this one is on the Hurricanes. And again, Chris, you talk about in that first half, I mentioned it with Roddy whenever I went on the zone with him at halftime, but as many opportunities as Morristown East has had tonight, they keep shooting themselves in the foot. And Dobyns Bennett doing exactly the opposite, getting it out on the perimeter close to the 30-yard line, and that is Hayden Russell on the reception.
Just like in the first half, Jake, I mean, a bad penalty there, holds up the momentum, and then right back to what Dobyns Bennett does best, running the ball on the ground, get another 1st and 10 here.
10:41 and time ticking, 30-0 in favor of the Tribe after they punched one in right before the half. And now trying to add a little more to the scoreboard early in the third quarter. Up the middle and stopped after about a 4-yard gain. Hunter Minton on the carry.
Hopefully here, if Morristown can get off the field here, it's going to be a 2nd and 6 play here. But at the same time, Morristown has got to keep that fire up and keep that coming up the middle there and holding that box strong.
Second and 7 here for the Tribe. Noah Blankenship in at quarterback now, starting off this second half. After it was Jake Carson for the majority of the first 24 minutes. Blankenship going deep, stretching that left arm and trying to hit Jonathan Gillespie down the sideline, and it's incomplete. But Chris, even on Blankenship, you can see with that left shoulder, the kid has got a cannon.
He aired it out right there. Both receiver and defender weren't looking at the ball very good there, but that was definitely a catchable ball. But luckily for Morristown East, that ball fell incomplete, and they can try to get off the field here on a 3rd and 6.
A beautiful setting here at Burke Toney Stadium. We mentioned it time and time again during the pregame, but especially now with those Friday night lights turned on in Morristown. The lights illuminating a little bit of the mountains here around us and glinting off that orange down the center of Morristown West's helmet. But so far, it is all Tribe. Another successful completion. Credit that one to number 10, Ishawn Graves, but there's a flag on the play. And Graves, with a touchdown in that first half, rumbled ahead for the score. Number 10 just would not be stopped, but that time he is by a holding call on the Dobyns Bennett offensive line. And that front has gotten great push throughout the night, but Chris, we have seen several alarming holding calls tonight. Neither coach can be happy with those going into week 4.
Yeah, I mean, those are big plays. I mean, luckily for that time, Morristown needs to get some credit on there, but they still got a big 3rd and 4 play here. Hopefully they can get off the field here, but Dobyns Bennett.
It's 3rd down.
3rd down and 4, inside 9 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. And Noah Blankenship trying to convert. Gonna hand off up the middle and will be short. The Canes with a big stop on 3rd down, but a long way to go.
Great stop by Morristown East. Forcing a punt there. That's all you can ask for coming out of halftime there, just to get off the field there.
And a nice job as well, especially after taking that early penalty. Looked like Dobyns Bennett had built a little momentum even off that, but still the Hurricanes were able to put it behind them and regain control on that possession.
Simpson back into the game.
Thomas set to punt, and Micah Simpson, who else, back to receive for Morristown East.
What a punt.
Simpson gonna let it roll, and DB will down it inside the 15-yard line, and that is where Eli Seals will set up shop.
At the 15.
The quarterback for Morristown East, number 8, a junior on this team, listed at 6 feet 185, and he has had some success through the first half, but has also struggled quite a bit against a talented Dobyns Bennett secondary. A few questionable decisions for number 8. Got to try to be smarter with the football here in the 3rd quarter. Going to his right side, the first step is Micah Simpson, and Simpson shoved out after a few yards. And Chris, we mentioned it before, but if you're Morristown East, the first step to getting back in this or just getting some positivity, period, is getting it in the hands of number 1. And they tried to do it there with not much avail. Dobyns Bennett obviously keying on Simpson to start this second half to try to prevent anything getting on the board.
Exactly.
2nd and 3 for Seals, going left side and incomplete, a little too high. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's a tough pass right there for Seals, Jake, especially with some of the, kind of inaccuracy and some of the bad decisions first. I mean, throwing it across the field there, especially on that kind of hash there, and this, basically backed up in your own, end zone there. So Michael's on the short side here. I think it's some one-on-ones here. But it's 3rd and 3. They got to get a first down first.
3rd and 3 from the 22. And Morristown East trying to give it up the gut, but stopped quickly. Seals tried to take it on the keeper, but nothing going after a 1-yard loss. And Chris, more than anything else we've heard tonight, I think you've got to give a lot of credit to this Dobyns Bennett band.
They're simply excited over there.
Has generated quite a bit of noise, and especially in that tuba section. I think that Joey Christian needs to give an extra game ball to those guys for what they've helped create here in the visitor section in Morristown.
Exactly.
7:20 and ticking left to play in the 3rd. Simpson boots it away. And it looks like the Indians will get the ball at their own 49-yard line.
At the 49. Clinton 7, Oak Ridge nothing at the half.
Morristown East trying to generate some kind of positivity here defensively. You got to stop the last time out. But after being unable to convert, they give the ball right back to the Tribe offense. Now it's Jake Carson back in the shotgun for Dobyns Bennett. Switching things out now from Blankenship, who started the second half, as they get it out on the perimeter and got some room to run out past the 40 and close to the 30-yard line.
Another great run there. I mean, he just really barreled the field, and he's hard to take down, that's for sure.
1st and 10 brought to you by Squisito 2 New York Pizza and Pasta. Inside the 7-minute mark of the 3rd quarter, and Dobyns Bennett continuing to move the football at will in the second half. Carson set up in the shotgun once more. And looks like there may have been a little bit of an early start. Heard a couple whistles, but it looks like we are good to go. Carson going to give up the middle. And a decent carry from Caleb Baker.
Baker in the middle of the line, pushes forward for a gain.
Second down after that carry. And it'll be a 3-yard gain for the junior. Ball now on the 29-yard line. And Morristown East showing that wear and tear that we saw a little bit of in the first half, Chris. That body language snagging a good bit right now
for sure
as the Indians continue to move the football. Another handoff, and I believe that's Baker again up the middle. Brings up fourth down.
Again up the middle. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Third down with 5 minutes and counting left to play in the third quarter. And Dobyns Bennett trying to punch in another touchdown against Morristown East. It's been all Tribe so far tonight.
Big play right here.
Ooh. Carson going deep down the right sideline. Has a receiver inside the 10. Another first down for Dobyns Bennett. Credit Gillespie that time on the reception. Joey Christian told us about him earlier this week, and that's the first we've really seen of number 2 tonight. But he is making his presence felt as the Tribe moves inside the red zone again. 1st and 10 at the 12, and Carson all alone in the shotgun before he's joined in the backfield. Gonna hand off up the middle and pushing ahead.
Myers on the field.
And Myers down to about the 8-yard line.
Kill the clock, Jake. Working away on that Morristown East defense and just making it rough.
And Carson now with the opportunity to take as much time as he wants in that huddle. Up by 30, not really a lot of urgency at this point for the 6'6" quarterback. Gonna throw, right side, over the middle, touchdown, Tribe. Jonathan Gillespie into the end zone, showing up the Hurricanes a little bit after the reception. And looks like there's gonna be a flag, but even still, Dobyns Bennett tacks another one on the board.
Yeah, what a great pass there. He, again, threw it right on the rope, hit him right on the numbers. Not sure why there was any type of confrontation after the play, but at the same time, you're just getting beat all across the board. But Dobyns Bennett, give him credit. They're just making sure they're playing every play. They're being very consistent. And Jake's doing a great job at leading this offense and taking his time.
Actually, that will be an unsportsmanlike on the Hurricanes. 36-0 in favor of Dobyns Bennett. 3:35 left in the third quarter. And Titan Thomas set to boot another one. No, they're gonna fake. Thomas around the right end, and he is upended quickly. So the score will remain 36-0 in favor of Dobyns Bennett.
That was a pretty tough hit he took right there, Jake, on that one. I don't know why they really went for it right there. Just might as well kick it, but I guess they saw something there. They wanted to try it out.
At this point, I think that you can break out the bag of tricks and try anything, but credit to Morristown East for snuffing that one out quickly.
We definitely did there, Jake, for sure.
But Chris, 36-0 here in favor of the Tribe, and they are 2-0 so far this season. Looks like they will be going to 3-0, but quite a night so far for Joey Christian's team here in Morristown, and for Caleb Slover, obviously a tougher outing that you've got to try to rebound from next week and try to come back and fix some things in the film room next week.
Again, DB will be kicking on the Hurricane side of the 50.
A bad penalty by Morristown East right there, Jake. Second time tonight we've seen them kick off from across the 50.
The Indians having lived up to that 6A reputation all night so far. And they do so again here, forcing a touchback for Morristown East. So after tonight, the Tribe will stay at home. They will take on David Crockett, and then they will take on Westridge, the new school up in Kingsport. After that, they will face Greenville, host Jefferson County, go to William Blount, go to Oak Ridge, and host Science Hill to end their regular season. And that's quite a tough test in 6A. And I mentioned during halftime with Roddy on the Zone that no matter who you beat in that regular season, if you're DB, you've also got to worry about a team down close to Knoxville and Maryville that you could face in the 6A playoffs, and that's exactly what Joey Christian told me.
Exactly.
Morristown East going up the middle again, and it will be a quick game. Ball on the 32. And as mentioned, the DB band having a full effect here in Morristown. Even some of the cheerleaders and players on the sideline from East were looking over to check things out. 1st and 10 for Eli Seals. Over the middle has Simpson. Simpson all alone behind the secondary at the 10-5 touchdown. Hurricanes. 58 yards to the house. Micah Simpson showing exactly what he can do, finally striking a chord tonight for that Hurricane offense. Got behind the safety with ease and made it look easy down the middle of the field.
He's a special talent, Jake. I mean, it's unfortunate they're having a little tough night tonight and a bad start to the season, but he's a special talent. He's also got lots of skills, and you saw it right there. I mean, he's just better than everybody on the field when it comes on offense. Even on the defense, he just looks better. He's faster. He's stronger. He makes it look easy, which makes you tell you how great he is. So.
68 yards to Simpson on the reception, and the Hurricanes finally churning up some points here in the third quarter. 36-7 in favor of Dobyns Bennett. 1:56 left to play in the third frame, and Micah Simpson finally making that presence felt here against the Dobyns Bennett defense. But now you turn right back around, and it's up again to this Hurricane defensive front to try to put a stop to what has been an unflappable force in the Dobyns Bennett rushing attack.
Yeah, they definitely got to get off the field here. I mean, if anything, just to cut this game in half. Now with 7 points, I mean, you got a good strike there from Seals, maybe some confidence. You know, it's still a long ways to go, but a little bit at a time. But you got to look at it, take a little bite at a time. But they definitely got to slow down this Dobyns Bennett offense.
So Simpson, the future Skyhawk, soaring into the end zone finally for Morristown East tonight. If you're just joining us, Jake Nichols and Chris Blevins here with you for the Your High School Sports Game of the Week, our third of the 2021 season. But the Canes still with a long way to go. 36-7 in favor of the visiting Tribe of Dobyns Bennett. And Flores will boot it deep. DB takes it inside its own 15. Some running room out to the perimeter past the 30-yard line and stopped. Gillum on the return that time for the Indians. Again, he muffed the return to start the second half, and that time getting a more solid run of it. DB out to the 31-yard line, and we will see now whether it's Noah Blankenship or Jake Carson back under center.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty impressive run there. He muffed it there, caught it, kind of, you know, sometimes when that happens, it kind of everybody stops for a second, and then bam, that run, that happens sometimes. He did a great job of getting that field. Morristown, he's got lucky to get him on the ground.
And it is number 6, Blankenship, back in. And again, DB making quick work on that rushing attack up the middle with Hunter Minton on the carry. Second and 8 after the carry from the senior. Brings it out to the 39-yard line. And Dobyns Bennett able to pick up right where they left off on that last possession, even after a score from the Hurricanes. Blankenship now in at quarterback. Going left side has been Phillips on a nice hitch route, and Phillips works his way across the 50 down close to the 45-yard line. What a tight window there for Noah Blankenship, but he slid it in right to the sweet spot for Phillips. And the Indians have another first down, brought to you by Squisito 2, New York Pizza and Pasta.
Yeah, left-handed throw and that zip on the ball. It's really nice for Dobyns Bennett to have that dual threat like that. They seem to be really playing comfortable with it. They don't look like they're frustrated anyway. It looks like nothing changes when the other quarterback comes in, but that's where it gets difficult for defenses, where you never know who's out there. And then it kind of switches because, you know, at this moment here, you know, the run's coming, but you know Milton's in the backfield. You know the possibility to sling it down the field.
As mentioned, all touchdowns brought to you by Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. Blankenship going left, and pass ball is incomplete. A heavy chase there by the Hurricanes in the backfield, and looks like there's a flag on the play, probably roughing the passer that time on Morristown East.
I think it might be actually a hold, Jake, on this one.
And you're right, it is a hold on the Indians. 14 seconds left in the third quarter, 36-7 in favor of Dobyns Bennett.
Holding was the call. Spot 5 will be first and 27.
First and 27 for Noah Blankenship. 14 seconds left in the third quarter.
Marker on the play.
And another flag.
Might have got an illegal motion there.
Illegal procedure on Dobyns Bennett. It'll be first and 32.
Even further back now for Noah Blankenship. As mentioned, 14 seconds left in the third quarter. 36-7, and Blankenship looking to fire. Finds a receiver, and it is complete over the middle to number 33, Jaron Sensabaugh. Close to the 45-yard line as well. They'll bring him down, and that's the end of the third period of play. 36-7. All Dobyns Bennett as we head to the fourth. And I want to thank our wonderful sponsors here, Krispy Kreme Donuts, Find them on Winfield Dunn Parkway in Sevierville and on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge. Pick up a couple after the game or get one beforehand next week. I promise they will make your night anytime. Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. Find them at a location in Sevierville. Get your car cleaned there anytime you need a fresh-looking ride as you head to the game on a Friday night. Sevier County Electric System, the power behind tonight's game and the power behind everything we do at your high school sports. Want to thank them for all of their hard work. Buddy's Barbecue on the Parkway in Sevierville. Call 865-428-5001. And hey, be sure and visit them on Tuesdays as well. They've got a great $6.99 special that you don't want to miss. The Alewine Pottery Channel, find them, or the Alewine Pottery Barn, find them on channel 196. Locate them also on Glades Road in Gatlinburg and Wares Valley Road in Sevierville. And as always, Riverstone Resort and Spa. If you need a little relaxation, then head to the finest resort in the Smokies. I promise you will not find a better one. And Blades Salon, in Pigeon Forge on Sandpike Boulevard. I promise you will not find a better spot to get a haircut. As Dobyns Bennett lines up to start the fourth quarter, 2nd and 20, Blankenship going to the left side, and it will fall incomplete. Trying to go to Javon Gillespie, and it brings up 3rd and 23. A long way to go here for the Indians and Noah Blankenship, but it has been all Tribe so far tonight.
And that was a good pressure there by Morristown East. Got some good shot on the quarterback right there and didn't cause a late hit or a penalty. Got the ball down and get still on a big 3rd down here to get off the field. Maybe a possibility to get some more points on the board for Morristown East.
11:53 left to play. 36-7 in favor of Dobyns Bennett. And the Tribe looking to go 3-0 here in Morristown. Noah Blankenship looking left, finds a receiver down the sideline, complete. And another first down for the Tribe, and they keep this thing rolling.
Looks too easy, too easy. 3rd and 23, you got them held. Back up, keep what's in front of you. Not able to do that, Dobyns Bennett's right down the field.
Hunter Scherer on the reception for Dobyns Bennett. Ball now inside the 45-yard line once more for the Tribe after that first down, brought to you by Squisito 2 Pizza and Pasta. 11:30 and time ticking here in the fourth as Noah Blankenship tries to punch another one in the end zone. Going deep down the sideline again, and he has Scherer once more on the left side. Found something he likes on that left side of the perimeter, trying to pick on the Morristown defensive back on that side, and so far it's working. The Tribe now at the 23, continuing to move the football, courtesy of Hunter Scherer. Another 1st and 10 brought to you by Squisito 2 New York Pizza and Pasta. And Noah Blankenship, to his credit, Jake Carson did a great job in that first half leading this Dobyns Bennett offense, but Blankenship has come right in with that left hand and shown what he can do as well. Gonna hand off up the middle this time, and not much going on 1st and 10.
Myers on the field in the middle of the line. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
See what they can do here. It's also a big play here, Jake. If Dobyns Bennett gets another touchdown on the board, it may really put it out of reach. But if Morristown can get the ball back, or at least force a field goal here, gets more points on the board, just to make it even a 3-touchdown game.
Blankenship going deep again, has Scherer down the sideline. Incomplete. He had his receiver, and it was in and out of the hands of Phillips, trying to hit Ben Phillips in the end zone, and instead it brings up 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down.
Big play here.
Dobyns Bennett having its way all night long offensively. And as Chris mentioned, a major stand here for the Morristown East defense, and it looks like Caleb Slover wants to talk about it.
Timeout called by Dobyns Bennett.
So Chris, in this situation, if you're Morristown East, what do you do to defend this DB attack? Because so far, it's just been either in and out of the hands of receivers, or they haven't been able to stop that running game.
Well, it's 3rd and 10, and they got to do what they haven't done all night, which is stay in front, let the ball come out, get them on the ground, get off the field, force a field goal, maybe get a block. They can't let people get behind them. They can't open up the middle of the field.
Want to make sure and take another second to thank our great sponsors here at the Your High School Sports Game of the Week, as we are in week 3 in the final minutes of action here in Morristown. All Dobyns Bennett 36-7, but a big defensive stand coming up here for the Canes. 10:29 left to play, and 3rd and 10 for Dobyns Bennett. Noah Blankenship again in the shotgun, going over the middle, has a completion and more across the plane, and that should be a first down to Javon Gillespie at the 10-yard line.
And again, Jake, can't do that. Got pressure on the quarterback. Off the middle of the field wide open, first down.
B.J. Edwards, one of the big boys on that Morristown East defensive line, shaking up on the play. And he comes jogging off. Morristown East now set up with another first down, not quite first and goal, but ball at the 11 after that completion to Gillespie. 10:14 and counting left to play here in the 4th quarter. And Noah Blankenship trying to punch in a touchdown here for the Tribe. Up the middle, and no gain on first down. A nice job by the Morristown defensive front, but
Got to make sure here, Jake, keep him out of the end zone. That's the biggest thing. Got to keep him out of the end zone.
Morristown East, or excuse me, Dobyns Bennett switching up the personnel here. 2nd down and 8, 9:25 and ticking left to play in the ball game. And the Tribe leading 36-7, trying to put another one on the board. Blankenship rolling left, fires, and incomplete. And trying to go to the guy that's been his primary target on this drive, Jonathan Gillespie, and it falls incomplete to bring up a big 3rd down for the Cane defense.
Been great to get an interception right there, Jake. He had his hands on the ball, but those are plays they had to come up with. But leaving the empty field here, you also probably think, too, they're probably going to go for it on 4th down possibly again at this point in the game. But they got to definitely get some stops here.
.909 left to play. And Noah Blankenship trying to punch it in on 3rd down. He'll roll left again. Got a completion, but shoved down quickly. And it'll bring up 4th and about 6, I believe.
Looks like they're going to go for it, Jake.
So Joey Christian earlier in the night decided to gamble. Now, not quite as much of a gamble with a 29-point lead. 8:34 and ticking left to play in this ball game. And DB trying to punch in one more to maybe ice this thing in the fourth. Blankenship rolling right, avoids the sack, throws, and got a completion down close to the goal line, but it will be a turnover on downs.
Are they going to measure, Jake? Nope. They're going to get it back.
And Morristown East gets the football back. A nice defensive stand there by the Hurricanes. But to generate a little positivity here late, you got to move quickly. Almost the entire field ahead of you, starting off on the 1. So a 99-yard haul for Eli Seals with 8 minutes left to play.
But you do got a player on that team, Jake, that can run the whole 99 yards if you just get him the football.
That's very true. We saw him run 68 earlier.
This will be a great play for a big air it out and get underneath the pass. Michael's got track speed here, but can you get them the ball and can you get him some protection to get it out there?
Seals from his own end zone. Gets it out to the perimeter. Dobyns Bennett trying to push it back for a safety, but Skylar Hubbard brought down at about the 2-yard line. And that's the thing here in this situation, Chris, is if you're Morristown East, you have got to be careful with the football. You want to try to take those risks, but also make sure that you don't give DB any more free points on the board.
For sure.
2nd and 7 with inside 7:30 left to play in the fourth quarter for Morristown East. Seals looking to throw, avoids the rush, puts it deep and intercepted. Seals let that one fly, and the Indians corralled underneath it like a center fielder. The pick going to number 20, Nigel Vidal, and it'll be a turnover right back to Dobyns Bennett.
Jake, it has to be frustrating, but I know he's just trying to get the ball down the field, and I know that Seals is just trying to make sure he make a play out of something, but you throw it for grabs like that, give it a chance. He did have a lot of pressure on him right there. He kind of throwing it up, but you just give yourself no chance.
And again, if you're Caleb Slover, you've got to go back and go over this film with your junior quarterback and try to correct some of those decisions. Up the middle and plowing ahead inside the 15-yard line. Dobyns Bennett inching closer to the end zone once more.
What's very defeating too is, Jake, is I don't know if you noticed, but just a couple less than probably 30, 40 seconds ago, the defense was just on the field. Now they're back out there again after that big stop on 4th down, and now you're back in this. It's very defeating.
And we mentioned it before tonight, but you can tell, unfortunately, in the body language from Morristown East right now, as Blankenship will hand it off again. Andrew Myers bulls ahead close to the 5-yard line.
Myers again.
Brings up 1st and goal for Myers in the Tribe as we near the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter. 36-7 still in favor of Dobyns Bennett. And Noah Blankenship trying to put one more in the end zone.
I'll be a quarterback draw here, Jake.
At the 1 for Blankenship as he gets motion from the left side. Trying to draw somebody off sides, and they get it. Morristown East with another penalty tonight, and the Canes just cannot get anything going their way. Chris, I think Caleb Slover may call you this week and personally ask you not to come next week.
Well, I mean, I think that he's probably just as frustrated as these players are, but at the same time, you just got to take everything and work on it and do what you got. The one good thing about high school football is you can get better each week from anything you got going on. So,
Dobyns Bennett plows ahead, but a nice stand on 1st down from the Morristown East defensive line.
Myers on the carry.
Andrew Myers on the carry again, and brings the ball back to the 1-yard line. DB just 3 feet from a 42-7 lead. And Chris, right here, this is a pride stand if you're the Morristown East defense.
Well, they've already done it one time, Jake, but at the same time, they were just out there. So let's see what kind of grit they got in there on them this time.
2nd and 1. Blankenship up the middle. Touchdown, try. Levi Evans over the top. And Dobyns Bennett takes a 42-7 lead after Evans soars into the end zone. Touchdown brought to you by Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. And boy, has this Dobyns Bennett offense been shining tonight. The kick is up and good from Titan Thomas. And 43-7, Dobyns Bennett. The Tribe continuing to roll here in the 4th quarter. And again, that touchdown brought to you by Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. All the first downs brought to you by Squisito 2 New York Pizza and Pasta. I want to also thank a couple other of our great sponsors. Riverstone Resort and Spa, the best resort in the Smokies. Sevier County Electric, the power behind tonight's game and the power behind everything we do at your high school sports. Krispy Kreme donuts. As always, pick up a couple dozen before kickoff on a Friday night or a couple dozen after a game like this one. And again, cannot say enough about those sponsors and Buddy's Barbecue as well. Buddy's treats us to a great meal every week and want to thank them for everything they do for us at your high school sports. 5:13 left to play in the 4th quarter. Dobyns Bennett leading 43-7 over Morristown East. That Dobyns Bennett band continuing to make its presence felt as Micah Simpson looked to field that one for a moment, but it'll bounce into the end zone for a touchback, and Eli Seals will start out at his own 20-yard line once more. 4:52 and time ticking now in the 4th quarter for Morristown East. The Canes trying to get one more score on the board here. They're 80 yards away.
First and 10 Canes from the 20.
And Seals lines up in the shotgun. Going to his right. And stopped quickly after a nice hitch connection.
Pass complete.
Brings up 2nd and I believe 5.
2nd and 4.
Scratch that, 2nd and 4 for the Morristown East offense. 4:01 and time ticking left here in the 4th quarter. Looked like there may have been a false start, but Seals going deep down the left sideline has Malone, and Trevor Malone in and out of his hands. Right in the breadbasket. And number 5 down on the play. And you hate to see this, Chris. Malone shaken up after trying to haul that one in double coverage.
I think it might be a cramp, Jake.
And Chris, as they're tending to Malone down there on the 40-yard line, you look at the arm from Eli Seals. He put that one right on the money. And if you're Caleb Slover, you've got to go back to that as a strong point from tonight's game, that you have that accuracy, you have the ability to put the ball where only your receiver can get it, but you've just got to go back to that decision making and try to be smart with the football. Good to see Malone being helped off the field. Gives a nice little gesture to the crowd here at Burt Toney Stadium. 3:39 left to play in the 4th. And Morristown East, as mentioned, trying to tack one more on. Ball on the 26 for the Canes. 3:39 left in the fourth quarter, trailing 43-7. 3rd and 4 for Eli Seals. Going deep, no surprise, and he has Micah Simpson overthrown by a mile, and it brings up 4th down. And another frustrating set there for Morristown East. Simpson wide open in the flat, and again, you're not able to get it to your top playmaker. And it looks like Simpson will head back to do the punting duties here for the Hurricanes.
That was an inaccurate throw right there, Jake. They probably would have had a first down right there. He stood over his head and just not give him a chance.
Timeout on the field, time called by Morristown East.
Timeout called on the field by Caleb Slover. And we will take it with them. 2:56 left to play. All Dobyns Bennett 43-7 here in Morristown.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
We welcome you back to Burt Toney Stadium, site of a rough night for the Morristown East Hurricanes. 43-7 in favor of Dobyns Bennett, and Micah Simpson set to punt it away. Simpson, the biggest playmaker of the night for the Canes, had their lone touchdown, and he's going to fake it here on 4th down. Simpson has some running room at the 30, across the 40, and Simpson almost out to midfield. He gets drilled at the 45, but credit number 1 with a big play on 4th down for the conversion to keep this offense moving for Morristown East in the late going, and a nice surprise there from Caleb Slover on that call.
I mean, it's about the only thing you have left in the bag, but again, you see the speed right there, and honestly, I think he turned it on a little bit harder right there. He slowed up there at the end to avoid the big hit and still got a late penalty there on the hit out of bounds. But Micah Simpson, again, we said it all night long. Fun to watch. Many things that we've seen tonight, it's fun to watch Micah Simpson.
We'll see if the Canes can get the football to him a couple more times. Inside 2 minutes left to play. You got to move quickly if you want to tack on one more score here. Ball on the 41. 1st and 10 for Eli Seals. Going to his left side. And incomplete. Trying Micah Crawford that time over the middle. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10. (43-7) in favor of Dobyns Bennett. The Tribe just a little over a minute away from a 3-0 start in 2021, but Morristown East trying to salvage a little pride here late. 2nd and 10, Seals going deep down the left sideline, has Simpson, and intercepted again. Dobyns Bennett on another pick.
Incomplete pass.
And credit the Indians with another stop. No, excuse me, that was was a breakup. Thought it was an interception. Thought it was an interception at first, but Morristown East will keep the football. Seals going deep again, has Simpson on the perimeter, and Simpson makes a man miss down the sideline and gets out of bounds close to the 25-yard line. And Chris, even there, you can see the athleticism just shook the cornerback out of his cleats. And even in the late going, Micah Simpson continuing to show out for that Morristown East offense.
For sure. He's very special, and it's very awesome to watch. Hate they're having a bad night tonight, but some nights are like this, unfortunately. And, you get up there and sling the football around and hold it, but, you didn't give yourself a lot of, opportunities. I'm sure we'll talk about it after the game here, but, you can't get off the field on third down. You get beat up on 3rd and 2, 3rd and over 20s. Very, very defeating, but, Micah is an awesome player, and it is fun to watch.
Dobyns Bennett now 9 seconds from a 3-0 start in the 4th year under Joey Christian.
Ladies and gentlemen, next Friday night, Morristown East will welcome.
Christian told us earlier this week that 2-0 record could be deceiving, but a 43-7 win is most certainly not deceiving. The Tribe rolling tonight, and Morristown East trying to salvage a little something here with 9 seconds left. Seals going over the middle, and that one is picked off. Dobyns Bennett with an interception as time expires. The Tribe controlling this one from start to finish, 43-7, rolling over Morristown East at Burnt Coney Stadium. So Joey Christian and the Dobyns Bennett Indians 3-0 on the 2021 season so far. And Morristown East now 0-3, a very difficult start to this 3rd season under Caleb Slover. And Chris, you can't say enough about the way that Dobyns Bennett moved the football, but for Morristown East, obviously a lot of improvement left going forward.
Yeah, a lot of improvement. They have all the positions you need. Their quarterback hasn't had a bad night tonight. He threw over 5 interceptions, but at the same time, they got a special player, Micah Simpson. But it just wasn't enough when you have a full team like Dobyns Bennett that can run the football, throw the football, and they also can make sure that everything is on point.
Yeah, and a great night for the Dobyns Bennett Indians, and for that player of the game, that one's going to be hard. I'm trying to think of who to give it to here, but as you hear the Tribe here celebrating with that band on the other side of the field, but trying to think of who to give it to here, but I think that for Dobyns Bennett, that you might look to Jake Carson as the starting quarterback. I think he solidified that spot tonight after we were told about a little bit of a controversy between him and Noah Blankenship coming into this, trying to create some separation. And I think they found it in number 16 tonight, in the way that he controlled the pace of that offense and helped them move so methodically down the field time and time again.
Yeah, he did a great job of making sure that they're on point every single time, even they had to switch out there. But, just an awesome job overall by the team. I would give it to the whole team, but at the same time, Jake did a great job of keeping everybody on pace, pulling that ball in, pulling that ball out, running the football, making great on the point passes, and that really made Dobyns Bennett successful tonight, and it's very impressive.
And for our cut of the week, I think that we can give that one to Micah Simpson. Obviously a tough night for him, and just an outstanding player. You can't say enough about number 1 for Morristown East, but on that touchdown reception he had, cutting behind the secondary and able to get open for that lone score. That speed, he showed it off all night, and you really feel for him having a tough night, like I said, with that kind of athleticism. But as it stands, Dobyns Bennett as a team thumped Morristown East 43-7, your final here in the 3rd Year High School Sports Game of the Week for 2021. DB moving to 3-0 on the season, and Morristown East falling to 0-3. So thank you for joining us tonight on the Your High School
One more thing, Jay.
What's that?
I just want to make sure I want to thank everybody coming out tonight. Thank you, my alma mater, being here. Morristown East, it's been awesome being here, seeing the field. Can't wait to be back here again for Your High School Sports, and go Canes.
There you go. Got to finish it off right. Chris Blevins, obviously a very proud alum here at Morristown East, and signing off from Burke-Toney Stadium for Chris Blevins, for Roddy Woods and Victoria back in Newport, for Chris Reddick, always a great guy behind the production lens for us, and he just does a phenomenal job every week. Can't thank him enough. And for Nathan Miranda behind another camera for us this week, I'm Jake Nichols, signing off from Burke-Toney Stadium. Your final again, 43-7 in favor of Dobyns Bennett.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
Tune in to the Alewife Pottery Channel 196. Watch local craftsmen and learn of the rich Smoky Mountain heritage and history. Meet Robert Alewife and his family as they take you on their journey of their successful pottery business in the Gatlinburg's arts and crafts community. Established by Robert Alewife more than 30 years ago, this business has grown up with the Alewife family. Alewife Pottery is renowned nationwide, not only for their stunning handmade ceramics, but also their friendly, fun-loving family atmosphere. Tune to Channel 196, the Alewife Pottery Channel, and enjoy these great stories.